Hello YouTube, my name is Kirby. Yesterday, I was chatting with one of my friends in the middle of the night. It's regarding the video that I made 2 weeks ago. It's actually the McDonald's Hoki burger. One comment about the dish that I made is that the burger looks really unappetizing, and I kinda agree with that. So, today, I'm going to start a very special topic. I'm going to make a burger, but I'm going to make it a little bit more appetizing than normal. So, the special ingredient that we have for today will be something normal. This is called PD Prawns, size 91/120. But I'll explain what exactly it means later on. But oh well, we're gonna move on to the next part. And this is called broken prawn meat. So there's actually a difference between these two prawn specs. But for now, I'm gonna start saying this. Let's create a dish. So now let's start with the introduction of this actually pretty much common ingredient. I'm going to say that when you buy frozen prawns, you can actually find this really confusing names around the prawns. There's always this kind of names around there. There's also called HOSO, PDTO, and PD. These are the most common prawns among all. And then after that, there's going to be these numbers. These prawns that I bought over here is actually called PD Prawns size 91/120. But what exactly does this mean? This technically means that in this one packet, there is actually 91 to 120 pieces of prawns. However, I did a lot of research on what actually this means, and some places actually say that they have 91 to 120 pieces per pound, which means this thing is supposed to have about 200 pieces of prawns. So later what I'm going to do is to count the pieces of prawns inside here so that I can see it with my own eyes. I am very well aware that this prawn is actually from Vietnam. They are not actually from the US, and every single company would actually work differently. This, however, is actually what we call broken prawn meat. Well, I don't really understand why this is called broken prawn meat. You can actually see that there's a paper here that's written here BM, but I think it's going to be spelled as broken meat. And the broken meat is most probably the rejected prawn meat, which has actually have parts of the meat which is broken. So, why did I bring prawns up to the subject? Okay, you see, the truth is, in the market that we have right now, chicken burger, beef burger, pork burger, lamb burger, these are the burger specs that you see in just about every single restaurant all around Malaysia. However, from my experience, I have never seen anyone making seafood burger before. So today, I want to show you that it is actually possible to make seafood prawn burger. And to make the seafood burger, I'm going to need 2 parts. The first part is that I'll be using the broken prawn meat to make a binding agent, which is actually minced prawn plus eggs, flour, and breadcrumbs, and seasonings of course. And the second base is going to be the whole prawns. So let's get this started. But first, I really want to have this question answered. How many pieces of prawns is actually inside here? Oh, by the way, this thing most probably has about 50% glazing. So in a 1 kg packet here that I have is most probably about 500 grams in weight. So let's get this started. So I'm going to start now by opening the whole packet. Let's see what's released. I'm going to wash all the ice off. Alright, prawns are defrosted. Now to count them. I prepared about like 8 bowls over here. So I'm gonna put like 20 pieces per bowl so that we can actually see on what's the actual count of the prawns. So here I go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, there's a broken one here. 17, 18, 19. Another broken one. 20, 19, 20, 20, 18, 19, 20. 20, 20, oh, it's broken again. 19, 20, 19, 20, 18, 19, well, 20. So now let's see. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 180 pieces. Alright, so now I have the answer for this question. When it says 91/120, it means there is 91 to 120 pieces per 454 grams. Plus, I can see that there are some prawns that's inside the packaging which is like Well, some small bits of broken prawn. Well, this isn't a piece that I did not really include inside the prawns, but I guess that's normal because the prawns are pretty much fragile in the first place anyways. So that's the overall conclusion. I wonder which idiot in the world actually made this rule and sell the prawns like in this way. Why can't they just name the prawns as 180 to 220 in the first place? It really doesn't even make sense. Alright, now let's move on to the broken prawn meat. Okay, this is a 2 kg block of a broken prawn meat. You can see that there's actually some prawns here which is pretty much exposed and they're all like dry on this part. But I think that the prawn that's inside will be actually kind of safe and cold. So I'm going to use these prawns to actually blend it later to make the binding agents for the burger. So right now I'm going to defrost this block. Oh, great. This one is going to be harder to defrost though, because I think there's actually more ice in it. I prefer IQF prawns because it's easier to take it out from the packets. But well, I don't really feel that the prawns are pretty much broken. They seems to be pretty much in a fine... Oh yeah, there is some broken ones here. Maybe in the peeling process, something goes wrong on their side. So that's why they decided to market this item as a broken prawn meat. Oh look, take a look. Some paper came off here. I have no idea what this means. Just now we have the label here that's written there BM, but at the back of the paper you can actually see it's written here 300 to 500. So maybe this is actually the prawn count per packet. Maybe it's also 300 to 500 per pound. Okay, defrosting of the prawns done. Well, this time I'm going to run the breadcrumbs through a food processor so that I'll be making the shrimp patty look a little bit more nicer and finer outside. So here I go. Maybe I'll blend approximately this much. Okay, that should do. Next up, I'll be putting approximately about 300 grams of broken prawn meat, half of a beaten egg, some breadcrumbs, maybe approximately 50 grams, plain flour, approximately around half of what I need for the breadcrumbs, salt, for seasoning, pepper. Now it's time to blend. Okay, prawn paste is done. I'm going to transfer the prawn paste into this bowl. The color of the prawn is kind of dull, so I'm going to add a teaspoon of Adhd. I don't mean to say much, but Adhd is actually not prawn eggs. It's actually capelin roe, but frankly speaking, I really like to mix Adhd with prawn meat. Next, I'm going to add approximately this amount of prawn meat. There. So, after mixing this, my prawn burger patty mixture is done. All I have to do is mold it. Well, I actually don't have a proper burger bun mold, so I'm actually gonna use a container cover and just wrap it with some cling film. That's just one way of doing it. So here I go. After I finish this, I'm gonna leave it inside the chiller to let it set, maybe approximately this much, and then I'll just wrap it like this. There we go. Prawn burger patty. Well then, if I want to make a burger look really good, I have to come up with really nice condiments. So the condiments that I've come up with is going to be the first thing, our tartar sauce that we made around like in the previous episode. If you want to know on how to make the tartar sauce in that episode, I'll leave a link in the description below so that you can go and take a look at it. So for now, we're going to start with some green coral. I'm going to cut out maybe around this much, and I'm going to wash it in ice water later so that the salad looks a couple times more fresher. And this is going to be some red coral. Sometimes people call this rola rosa as well. Here, now I think I'll cut a little bit more of this because the color is very nice. And next we have tomatoes. So it's going to be pretty much a straightforward thing. I'm going to cut maybe in approximately half a centimeter size. Cut in like this. Yep. Next up, we have some English parsley. I mean, this parsley seems kind of old when I bought it from the stores, but they'll most probably be rejuvenated when I soak it in ice water later. Next up, I have some lemon. What is nice about seafood without lemon? Cut it around there, here, and here. I'll remove the seeds. Washing this in ice water. So for now, I'll be cutting up my brioche buns. Okay, here I go. In the previous video, I actually steamed the bun, but this time I'm going to toast it. Next up, I have some fresh parsley. I'm gonna use this only as a garnish, so I'm just gonna pluck a very small amount and cut it really roughly only. That should do. That's all. Alright, I have almost everything ready. So before I start doing anything, I'm gonna start with frying some french fries because a burger meal is never complete without fries. So here I go. While waiting for the fries to cook, I think I'm gonna set my burger up. Alright, fries are done. All I have to do is just place it right here. I'm gonna put some salt. I'll give this a grains of some parsley. And I'm gonna mix it. And the fries goes here. And now the main course. Okay, so after leaving the patties in the chiller for a really long period of time, you can find that this is really soft and it binds together. So here I go. I'm gonna start by breading this into the egg wash and into the breadcrumbs. There, done. Nice. There you go. This is just the color that I want. I'm gonna take this off right now. Here we go. And that is my presentation of the burger. Okay, finally I'm done. To start it, I'm gonna take some fries. First of all, I do have to say the presentation of the burger is quite nice. Self-praise again. But frankly speaking, I've always thought that I don't like to eat burgers which is a little bit too tall, although that's actually the trend. And well, I would really prefer it if I can actually open the burger bun like that. Well then, now it's gonna be time for the taste test. What is seafood burger without lemon? Let's see what the burger tastes like. I'm gonna have a hard time eating this. But well. First and foremost, I do have to say that this baby prawn doesn't have much of a flavor. The amount of prawn flavor inside is very little. And most of all the flavor is actually coming out from the Adhd that I put inside the patties. But I really do enjoy this. The texture, everything is really nice. The chewiness, oh, and yeah, of course the tartar sauce. Whew. One thing I'm unsatisfied is that, well, the burger is too big for my mouth. You can see that the inside here, it looks like a typical chicken burger. But oh well. The prawn, the taste, the texture is really nice. It's unique in its own way, but frankly speaking, I'm gonna prefer eating beef burger. You know, come to think of it, the Adhd, it bursts in my mouth. Well done! I'm gonna end my review now, or finish this meal. Alright, so in today's episode, I actually had prawn burgers for dinner. Overall, if you ask me, the lemon, when it synchronizes with the prawn, wow, the taste is really nice. But I have to admit that those skinny, really small prawns, they don't really have much of a developed prawn flavor. And most of the flavor actually comes out from the Adhd. But oh well, that's just the way it is. There are probably dozens of different ways that you can use to make prawn burger. And what I actually show in this video is just one of the many possible ways. Overall, I think, well, my prawn burger is pretty much quite nice, but I think the burger can actually be better than what it is today. As for the prawn ingredient, I can say that it's really funny to see that we have approximately about 180 to 220 pieces of prawns for a PD 91 to 120. Based on my research, when you buy head-on shell-on prawns, HOSO, if it's written there 21-25, it means there's 21 to 25 pieces per packet. If you buy peeled tail-on prawns or peeled prawns, PD or PDTO, let's just say it says 21-25, it means it has 21 to 25 pieces per pound. I mean, who came up with that idea? I really wonder. But oh well, I don't really have control over it. Well, that's the end of my review. I hope you find this video kinda useful for you. So, I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.